county, as we head into 2014, the feedback we've seen and we're looking for is going to continue to be very positive. When I first got here in 2010, there were still a lot of question marks and a lot of companies kind of managing and rebounding from the recession starting in 2008. And as time progressed, we saw a much less of a sort of triage, sort of managing the recession aspect of it by companies, and we've gotten into a very clear investment phase. I think we saw some good growth numbers in 2013. It was the third year in a row that we were ranked in the top 20 for micropolitans in the United States for business investment and expansion. So that's something we fully expect to continue into 2014. All the projects that we've been working on all have some strong job creation components to them. It's a lot of companies that are adding 20, 25, 50 employees along the way as they make major investments in new machinery and equipment, look to expand their product lines, get into different markets. It's definitely been much more of a growth conversation over the last 6 to 12 months, and we really hope to be able to capitalize on. I think a big part of what we've been doing here recently is getting out and interacting with and talking to more companies. We're getting out to 100 to 150 companies now, per year, hopefully more depending upon how some of the scheduling works out, and I think that's been very positive. It allowed us to get some better data, which in turn allows us to better analyze some trends and needs here in the local community, and it also presents opportunities when companies need some assistance or need some help growing. So I think our outreach efforts have been much stronger, and we hope to see that continue over the coming years. In general, I think Ohio's economy and sort of the manufacturing economy has definitely seen some strong numbers in terms of increased production and efficiency. You hear talk about outsourcing and things coming back from overseas, and we've certainly seen and heard a lot of that to be true. And I think we've seen the first couple of projects kind of coming down the pipeline that really involve companies bringing business back from overseas, and I think it's a trend that's going to continue as we move forward. Another point of emphasis for us has been sort of workforce issues in general. As these companies are all looking to grow, the questions become, what are those types of skills and what are those types of people they're going to need to fill those positions. So we've been working much more closely to identify what those core needs, what those core skills are, start working with ATAC and Kent State, and do a better job of making sure we have the workforce needs here, not just for today, but moving forward in the future. It's the jobs 5 to 10 years from now that you need to be cognizant of as well. And excuse me. Just besides the growth opportunities, there's going to be a lot of transitions in the workforce as the baby boomer generation gets in nears retirement. So there's going to be a lot of opportunities here for residents to be more engaged and find matches and jobs here with local companies. It's certainly going to be, I think, an exciting growth period over the next 3 to 5 years here. In terms of workforce, I think the conversation here mirrors a lot of what goes on regionally and at the state level. There's certainly a shortage nationwide and again at the regional level for certain skilled trades, certain skilled positions in the manufacturing sector. That's not a surprise. We've known that for the last couple of years. So I mean, we're in a similar position as a lot of communities in that regards. Also at the same time, there is opportunities on sort of the professional white collar side as well. A recent sampling of just 1 month's worth of visits, it's about 50-50 companies looking for skilled production, manufacturing, technical type positions, and also looking for the white collar side, whether it's marketing and sales and accounting and those types of things. So I think there really is a balance of opportunity out there moving forward. If you were talking to a high school kid that's graduating, what would you tell him he or she to get into? What would be the upcoming things to get into for 4 or 5 years down the road? For someone who's graduating high school, and first of all, I think we need to do a better job as a community of getting in front of these kids and making them aware of opportunities. Ideally, middle school and certainly into their early years in high school, and not just start worrying about it when a kid is a senior. I think that's part of the struggle as a country that we need to do a better job of making kids aware of career paths. So, it will obviously still depend on the individual student and their background and their goals and their ambitions. But I think depending on what that student's strengths are, I think there is a wide variety out there. Obviously whether it's college, or technical skill training or a 2-year degree, I think as long as they're cognizant of what's available and what's around them, I think any of those avenues, is certainly viable. If you really like working with your hands, very good troubleshooter, technical, aspect, there's maintenance and other manufacturing positions that are going to pay very, very well. You'll have the opportunities with a variety of companies. Oftentimes those companies will pay for additional training and education along the way. So really, there really is a lot of different ways. There's obviously no one way to go about answering that question.